did so good because I just breezed through the stuff.
Right.
And he came back and he called me down to the office and he said, "You do know," he was like, "I'm almost ashamed to admit this to you, but I feel like I need to tell you this." He was like, "If you went to college," he was like, "you're one black guy that I would be scared of." And I said, I asked him, "Why you say that?" He was like, "Because you got street smarts and you're intelligent." And he was like, "And you would scare me."
He said, "If you went to college?"
Yep, he told me. He was like, "If you went to college, I would fear you."
Wow.
And he was like, straight up. He was like, "Because you are smart." And he was like, "But you're also street smart." And he was like, "And that's a dangerous combination."
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Then he told me, he took my GED test. I got my GED. I passed with like a high percentile too. And they were talking me into going to college. But again, that's a whole nother, you know what I mean? You asked me about marriage. Right. You know what I mean? But leading into, I got married. I was on probation when I got married, all of that type of stuff. And I go see my PO for a month, and I thought I was going to get locked up the month after I got married. And I went, and he was like, "If you'd have came last month, you'd have found out that you was off of probation." So, of course, you know what happened? I went back to hustling again. That next day. That next day, I went back to smoking weed and selling drugs again. Yeah, knucklehead I was. Well, I don't like 3 months after I got married, me and my wife got into it. I threw my ring. I'm going to tell you the power of love. It was at night, pitch black night. We stayed in the projects in Massillon, Yorkview. Anybody? Never mind. I was about to. Well, anyway, I stayed in Yorkview. Yeah, I went too far back. I was about to reminisce and this. You know, well, we got into this big argument, and I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I know I took my ring off, and there was construction going on across the street. And you know, and it's like all these cranes and all these big piles of rocks, and I took my ring and I threw it over into that stuff. But all I know, that next morning when I woke up, my ring was on that dresser. My wife found it in the middle of the night. Do you hear me? Bruh. The power of love. She said, "Yeah, right. I'm getting married once, and that's it." Yes.
But hey, we're gonna end it on that. That's interesting. That's interesting.
I'm long-winded, y'all.
So through the ring, and the wife found it.
Yes.
Sounds like that's something destined, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been married 3 years. Me and my wife just celebrated our third anniversary, September 1st. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
Look, I had to make my own sound effects because I ain't got the cool sound effects pad like him.
You got to download it. You got the big iPhone over there. You got to download that app. But pretty soon I'm gonna line all that in when I get the chords and stuff like that. So the sound quality will be excellent. We're gonna be making phone calls and all that good stuff as well. We're gonna get Brother Fred on here to talk business, talk real estate, and he's a man of God as well. To talk God, and we can get our Pastor Antone on, and people from the church, Elder Rodney. Shout out to everybody at the church, First Lady,
Freedom Center family. What up?
Definitely. So,
I hope I ain't talk y'all heads off, man. I hope y'all don't think that this is like the precedent of how everything is going to go.
Nah,
we just sitting here chopping it. Again, it's 2:00 in the morning. You know?
Yeah. So like I said, Tone has spoke so much life into my marriage just because it's based off his experience.
Glory
man,
to
that's
God.
his measure.
Glory to God.
And I'm telling you, man, me and my marriage we was going through some stuff this past summer, and Tone spoke life into our marriage, man. So he really is a blessing. So we're gonna have segments. We're gonna have marriage counseling with Tone. You know what I'm saying? Segments like that. It's gonna get better as time goes on. You know what I mean? This is our first episode. Hope you enjoyed it.
Bro, does that say 2 hours?
Yeah, I think that time is a little off because I think I might have started it. We're gonna find out. But yeah, man, thanks for listening. Like I said, you go to that Overcomers. Our email is overcomerspodcast @gmail.com. Send us your emails, whatever information, prayer requests, questions, suggestions, guest suggestions. Also, you can find the podcast at soundcloud.com/over-comers. And we're gonna close it out right here. Any final words, Elder Tone?
I just want to thank God for the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
All glory to God.
Yes, yes.
I'm nothing. I'm no one without Him. In Him. Glory to God.
That's right. Peace. And God bless.
5,000.